The Buckeyes are looking to go 10-0 with another game where it looks like they can just name the number as they get ready to play UCLA. And Ryan Day has an opportunity to set a record for himself as the permanent head coach at Ohio State. And within reach is perhaps the longest win streak he's ever had as a head coach, permanent or interim, at the Buckeyes. What needs to happen, and what can we learn, if anything, from perhaps another beatdown of Ohio State against a team that they're just going to overmatch? What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. If this is your first time watching Adapt and Respond, thank you for joining us here. We talk college football year round. If you're into that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like this video, and answer the question in the comments below. Do you think UCLA stands a chance to beat Ohio State? Because by most estimations, this is a 31.5-point favorite playing a 31.5-point dog. And a UCLA team that, they beat Penn State, but they really need to come up with the goods late, and they were able to run the football in a way that I just don't think they're going to be able to do against Ohio State. Meanwhile, the recipe is still the same for the Buckeyes. They want to get off to a fast start, slow the game down, stay healthy, get to 10-0, continue their march toward perhaps becoming the first defending national champion to repeat as national champion in the college football playoff since Georgia did in 2021 and 2022. So this cool part for Ryan Day is they're off to a win streak that can get to 13 games with a win, or 16 games with a win tonight against the Buckeyes, right? So, we've got basically when he got to be the interim for Urban Meyer in 2018, wins against Oregon State, Rutgers, and Texas Christian, and then he won 13 games. Now we're looking at it where, with the win, he can get to surpassing that 13-game win streak today, Saturday, I should say. And that feels like it's right there. So Nico Iamaleava coming full circle. You beat Tennessee, right? Then you beat Oregon. Then you beat Texas. Then you beat Notre Dame. And now at 10-0, you can get to 14 consecutive wins. And you are very, very close to getting to those 16 wins, because we do give the interim, if he gets the job, the benefit of those wins in his records. But you can just as easily get that keep that streak going, because right now it doesn't feel like there's a team that can beat Ohio State. There are teams that can get close, and Texas did in week 1. Nobody else has really been able to do that. We're hoping that they're undefeated and Indiana stays undefeated. They play each other in the Big Ten Championship, and we get a better understanding of just how good both of those teams are, that we expect will each make the college football playoff and perhaps have another opportunity to do it again. But this would also mean that Ohio State needs to do something that just hasn't done since 2019, and Ryan Day hasn't done since 2019, and that is beat Michigan. But again, that's a couple of weeks from now. For now, it is, can you beat up on UCLA? And if you think that they can, Ohio State is 8-1 against the spread. Perhaps you want to make a bet at my bookie, and if you do, use my promo code. It is RJ Young, all one word, all caps. And if you do it and you let everybody know there that you use promo code, by using a promo code, they're going to cover you up to $500. If you lose, use the bet back bonus token, opt in, and you play again. So if you think they're going to cover 31.5, yeah. If you think they're going to hit the over in this game, 47.5, sure, maybe you want to do that. I just don't think that UCLA has the horses to run with Ohio State. They got some guys that I like. I like Nico, and I like Key Lawrence. Now, before Nico tried to hold Tennessee hostage, one of the really nice, is he going to develop into the best quarterback in the country kind of players that we have in the sport? And now it kind of feels like all over the map with this guy in a way that I did not expect it to be when he first entered the college football landscape as a high value quarterback target and perhaps the best men's volleyball player in the country. It's looking more like he might be a better volleyball player than quarterback, like Kyler Murray might be a better baseball player than quarterback, but they're still very, very good, and the money's still going to be better for a quarterback than it is going to be for a men's volleyball player. Although if you get to play quarterback in the NFL, are you going to make the same kind of money as a baseball player? Well, if you're elite, you'll make more. But we don't know that Kyler Murray is elite. And we don't even know that he wants to work through the minor league system. And I don't think he does. I think he wants to continue to play quarterback until he can't anymore. I think baseball's gone for him. But for the Buckeyes, it's more like, can you overpower this team, UCLA, from the start? And in the overpowering, do you look good doing it, right? We know that Julian Sand has completed more than 80% of his passes. He is tied for the most touchdowns thrown by a quarterback this season. He has the second best passer efficiency rating in the country. It feels like he's going to walk away with the Heisman, if for no other reason than Jeremiah Smith has not had a Devontae Smith kind of season, at least hasn't developed into that. Neither is Carnell Tate. And that defense is great. And they're able to run the ball a little bit better. Now, the thing that I think you would like to see from this Ohio State team against UCLA, especially if your name is Ryan Day, is takeaways. You'd like to see the ball plucked out of the air a little bit more often and the ball punched onto the ground and recovered by you a little bit more often. But this is a champagne problem for a team that has very few weaknesses. And while there are some Buckeyes, some that watch this show, that are certainly going to believe that this isn't even their final form, that they're still out there hunting the 4-star Dragon Ball with 3 other Dragon Balls, 4 other Dragon Balls already in the bag. I'm like, as an Oklahoma guy, it must be nice, right? It must be nice to be able to pick on your team for petty stuff, for little stuff. And it's what other people have been doing. Like the one thing, say the one fact you get to pick on Ohio State about is one fact they can't change. The schedule ain't been that great, right? It's been Texas. It's sort of been Illinois. And it ain't been a whole lot else. Like Penn State ain't held up its end, right? Minnesota ain't held up its end. Washington ain't held up its end. You keep going down a list of teams that they have played and beat up, and it's like, well, when are they going to play somebody? Well, damn, dog, we thought they were playing some people. It ain't their fault that they're not that good. And they're going strength of record and strength of schedule. This is the other reason why I kind of hate the convoluted arguments around schedules. Like, it is fair to say we don't know that somebody's any good until they play somebody that's good. That's fair. It is unfair to beat them up because they're undefeated. Now, in a different system, you get to suss all that out. But that is for the person that doesn't want to see more regular season games or doesn't want to see a more democratic way of getting to the playoff, which is making it bigger so that all the teams get the same opportunity to get their asses beat by Ohio State. But if that's not where you want to live, this is what you're going to deal with. You're going to be the person who's chirping because the schedule turns out to be garbage. I can't help you. Go watch college basketball. It's softer.